Your book is divided into a few different parts, and the first part that you kind of outline is how you describe it, that God has hardwired us for happiness. And I love, I quote you here, I put it up on the screen. We're hardwired for happiness, not because of our sin natures, but because God values happiness and made us in His image so that we value happiness. And then if you can go to the next slide, I love from one of the Jonathan Edwards, he says, there's no man upon the earth who isn't earnestly seeking after happiness, and appears abundantly by the variety of ways they so vigorously seek it. They will twist and turn every way, ply all instruments to make themselves happy.
Exactly. There's a baby who wants to be made happy right now. But aren't we all that way? That is in us. It is an instinct. And it's not a bad one. Isn't it good that a child who is experiencing a need expresses it? Now, later on, maybe they're expressing needs that are wants and not, or whatever. But nonetheless, we have needs. God has made us. Why has God given us hunger? So that we would eat. Why has He given us thirst? So that we would drink. God is the one who has put in us this desire for completion and fulfillment, and it's good. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. He has put desire in you. Yes, including sexual desire. In a world gone wrong under the fall, of course, there's a lot of misdirected sexual desire. But Satan didn't come up with the idea of sex. He didn't come up with the idea of eating. He didn't come up with the idea of drinking. He didn't come up with the idea of happiness. Satan forfeited his happiness. When walking away from God, he walked away from heaven and he walked away from happiness. Don't ever fall for the devil's lie. He baits the hook with happiness or a claim to happiness. See, if you do this, you'll be happy. And then you see people in all kinds of addictive behaviors and lost in drugs and illicit sex and addiction to alcohol, drunkenness, and materialism, and all these dead-end streets. Because he wants us happy? Exactly the opposite. He wants us miserable. God calls us to turn our backs on those things, those idols, and say, come to me, and what do I offer you? Fresh water. The rivers of delight, Scripture says, that are found in Him. Jesus says, out of you will flow rivers of living water. The drink I give to you will truly quench your thirst. That's the message of Jesus. And the church needs to show the world. This is where hope is. This is where happiness is. This is where the ultimate pleasures are in Jesus. And we accept people as they are, but we love them too much like God does to say, well, it's fine. You don't need to make any changes. To follow Jesus means to make changes, but it's all for God's glory and simultaneously for our good.